Hey there, fellow marketers, Professor Wolters here, and today we're here in Strausbourg, France, and today we're going to talk about is packaging and what they do for us as companies in order to help us with our products. Now, the thing is I want to talk about two distinct kinds of packaging that you will see. Now, the packaging you usually think of when you think of packaging is what's called primary packaging. And this is the things that envelop or cover the product that we have. So the product is Coca-Cola, right? But that curvy shaped bottle, that's the primary packaging. The primary packaging is the packaging we use in order to use the product. So it's the tube of toothpaste that holds the toothpaste. It's the Coke bottle that holds the Coke inside. This is that primary packaging. And then you have what's called secondary packaging. And this is a secondary layer of packaging we might use in order to put a group of products together. So when you buy a case of Coca-Cola, you get 24 cans, but they're in that box together, that carton together. That carton there, that's the secondary packaging. When you buy your toothpaste, you don't just buy the tube of toothpaste by itself, it comes in that box. And so you have that. And so we might use the secondary packaging for bundling or shipping in quantities, different kinds of things you want to kind of think about. If we kind of think about the overall use of packaging, you might see that we use packaging in order to promote our products. I mean, think about it. When you get that box of Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, that Kellogg's logo on there helps us advertise Kellogg's, right? And that's on the secondary packaging, because think about it. When you get your cereal, the primary packaging is that bag inside the box. The box itself helps us advertise, helps us better ship that product, store that product than just the primary packaging. Now, another thing that packaging does for us, it helps us inform our customers. Yes, it will tell us, Kellogg's made these cereals, but also you might look at in terms of it gives them product labels as well. That's where we put on those nutritional information, how much sugar's in there, how much aspartame is in there, how many, high fructose corn syrup is in there. These kind of things, we put that on there as well as our packaging, so it helps us inform our customers. Also think about it. Have you ever seen something that says, oh, now in a new formula, or now in a new packaging, or now our new flavor? You see that on there, so it does help us inform our customer. Now, one of the probably most important things that packaging really does do, it actually does help protect our products so people can use it and it won't get damaged, okay? I mean, think about it. You can't just have a bag of Coca-Cola. You want to have that bottle in there that keeps it in there. You want to keep that lid nice and tight on there, right? So it keeps the bubbles inside, helps protect our products so it can be in the best shape possible when our consumers use it. And the thing is, it's not just protecting it when we're using the product, it also protects it when it's on the shelves. I mean, how many times have you gone to the grocery store and you saw a box of cereal that got smashed or something like that, and you're like, I don't know if that's any good, and you're not worried about that box on the outside, it's that bag on the inside. If it's still sealed, I'm totally cool with that. Because the thing is, there's another really important thing that packaging does. It protects our products from tampering. I mean, years ago, there was a really horrible outbreak of people tampering with medicines, and people would buy medicine and it'd be poisoned and they die. I mean, it was a really horrible thing. And so we had that packaging to protect us. That's why when you have your bottle of Coke, you'll notice on the twist top, it has that like little poppy thing on there, the safety seal. You want to make sure that's on there. I mean, remember a while back, there was all those videos of people licking the ice cream in the containers. Oh my God, it was so gross. Well, why was it so gross? How would people not know if it wasn't fixed? Well, that's why you have that secondary tampering layer on the product. So you open up the lid, then you have to peel the top off, and then you get to the product. It helps people know if the product's been tampered with or not. That's why if you ever buy medicine or you ever buy anything, and that safety seal, that's part of packaging, if that's broke, you should never buy it. Take it straight back to the store and say, hey, look, this was tampered with, okay? And probably one of the best parts of packaging is actually could be used to make it easier for people to use our products. I mean, if everybody's ever had a Lunchable where everything is put together, it's a godsend for parents when it's time to get lunch for the kids ready for school. You're like, oh, I don't want to make a sandwich and put a thing of chips together and do all these things. I buy the Lunchable. It's got the chips, it's got the drink, it's got the cheese, it's got the thing. It's all ready together. The packaging has made it easier for me to use that. I mean, think about it. Those curve on that Coca-Cola bottle doesn't make it easier for you to hold on to and enjoy that Coca-Cola goodness? Yes, it does. It makes it easier to use. And that's one of the things you want to be careful about. You want to make sure your packaging actually is making it easier for people to use, not more difficult for it to use, okay? For example, my kids, obviously you hear them and see them running around, they can pour their milk by themselves. The thing is, they've known how to pour the milk by themselves since before they could read. Thank you, Montessori, by the way. The thing is sometimes you'll buy those gallons of milk that are like a rectangle, like a square, and you're like, wait, how do I pour this? And they actually give directions how to pour it. Now, for Walmart, it was really great great because they could stack milk on top of each other so they could save money in inventory costs. But the problem is for your consumers, they had to have instructions how to pour milk. That is not what you want. You do not want your packaging to make it more difficult for consumers to use. So do be careful with that. And you might see another thing that could be a benefit of your packaging. It can make it more appealing to people. Like, have you ever seen those fancy water bottles? Like, oh, Perrier, it's got that fancy bottle. The packaging looks so good. Yeah, that can inspire people as well. So there's really a lot of things that packaging does aside from holding the product or keeping it safe. It does a lot more than that, okay? So I hope this helps you understand the difference between primary and secondary packaging and what packaging does for products. Anyway, I wish you all the best, and I'll say bye from here in Strausbourg, France.